Good morning, comic book fan. Welcome back to Ka-Pow Comics. I'm your ever lovely and host Shorty. Good morning, Kate. Seeing you on there. Hope you're all doing okay today. Got a delivery. It's not a huge one, but also thankfully there's not much missing, so that's cool. Gonna kick off with some other stuff first. Before we start, I need to. This is just for my customers, so sorry about the little delay for everyone who's waiting for the cool stuff. But we now have bags and boards back in stock. But during the lockdown, pretty much everyone was paying through PayPal or other such things, and all of that has an extra charge for us. So we're basically unable to offer our usual very tiny minor discount for people who order in advance. What we usually do is basically bag and board stuff instead of giving that discount, so people get comics done like that. But at the moment, there's been so much stuff where we couldn't afford to do it that if everyone comes in now and demands that they get all the bags and boards for free, which they wouldn't have got, we lost money by doing PayPal stuff, or if we were doing a click and collect thing, then they paid the 10 pence less anyway. So if you're missing bag and boards, you have to just come in and buy them, I'm afraid. The people who get mail order stuff, reach out to me, we'll see what we can do, because you do not want to see how much it costs to actually get a pack of boards posted. It's ridiculous. But we'll see what we can do. It's just been a frustrating, what was it, last summer, 9 months we went without boards. So we're doing our best, but unfortunately, we just simply don't have enough of them just to give them away to people who wanted them. Sorry about that. If you're in store, it then becomes a case of you either get your 10 pence discount or you get them bagged and boarded. Just let us know. But we're going to just kind of assume the 10 pence discount from here on out, unless people specifically say otherwise. And when you come in the store, I have no problem giving, if you want to pay the 10 pence extra, I have no problem just giving you X number of bags and boards. Right, that's out of the way. Other than that, hi, how you doing? Let's get on with some stuff. A couple of action figures first, and the one we all saw already, and one I've been really looking forward to, the Immortal Hulk. It was listed as something different on the invoice we got, so when it turned up, it was actually the Immortal Hulk. I was way happier, including the rather cool extra head there. Oh, looks very, very cool. So in the corner, a little extra thing of a catalogue link. But yeah, very, very cool. Purple pants and everything, just exactly what you want for Hulk. And now literally the only other action figure we've got, the Crow. I know, it's kind of vintage now, I suppose, but this movie came out at the time when I was really into this kind of thing, and I'm still a fan. Go and watch it, actually. If you have never watched it, I think it's a really old movie, probably. It is not dated. There's a little bit of CGI and stuff like that where they had to do some things, but it still looks really, really cool. And it's a very nice action figure too. So if you are a fan of either of those, reach out and let me know, because we only have one of each. When they're gone, they are very much gone. Other things now. Manga. Blue Exorcist 25. Which still only $7.99, but is considerably bigger. And if you compare it in size to the Demon Slayer, which we also have, by the way, Demon Slayer 20, exactly the same price, but an extra quarter of a book there, which is kind of cool. We've also got the latest Beastars, and one that I was kind of surprised turns up. We order this kind of thing whenever we see it, but honestly, it's been that long since we've had it. We kind of figured that Diamond had lost the rights for them, but Avatar: Last Airbender, The Rift. When we used to get these, it was 3 volumes per book, and we maybe still have, I don't know, from here I can't really tell, but maybe 4 or 5 left that we've not sold yet. But having them all in one is a pretty good deal, and $22.99, so way cheaper than getting them all separately as well. So if you ever wanted those, now's your time. This is an odd one. We've had this before, the one per store thing. It's usually a launch thing or a one-shot special or something like that. This is literally just Deluxe Walking Dead issue 13. Probably try and get light there, with shiny gold leaf. That's what it is. I don't know why they selected number 13. If anyone there's a massive Walking Dead fan and thinks, oh yeah, something really, really cool happens in 13, and there's a first appearance of a character, let us know. But other than that, this is another one of those things that's probably going to end up on eBay later on. Let's get that out of the way for now. Other trades now. Captain Marvel. Where are we on there? Yeah, this is 22, 26. As far as I know, it's nothing particularly special, but still fun. The next one I have for Dawn of X, just for the guy who gets all his X stuff in trade. Tom King Superman. Absolutely love this. We've sold a whole bunch of it in hardback. It's one of my favorite Superman stories ever. Now available in a much slimmer paperback format and only $14.99. So if you missed out on that one, grab the one, or you want to save some money, now's the time. Lonely Receiver issue 1 for mature readers. Yes, very much so. Kind of glad Aftershock have that on there. It's not for children. It was a delightful little start, but the subject matter basically, no matter how well it's written, how cool it looks, some things are just not my cup of tea, or not my thing, shall I say. Certainly brilliant, but yeah, give it a shot if you missed out on that one. It's Zack Thompson, who's done one of my favorite comics ever. Firefly, the Unification War Part 2, which is them just carrying on collecting all their stuff from Boom Studios, which is really, really cool. Been thoroughly enjoying it. Dark Knight's Death Metal, The Darkest Night, which is collecting a whole bunch of things, I think. Oh my lord, yeah. Okay, collects Tales of Death Metal, Legends of the Dark Knights, Guidebook, Trinity Crisis, Speed Metal, and Multiverse's End. So yeah, basically all the little one-shots, I think, if you want to get all those in one place. And this one is not particularly new, but somebody ordered it for the first time, so we've got Steeple, Volume 1, which I remember reading issue 1 of that, like back when I was just doing the podcast reviews rather than video ones, and it was a very fun little tale. I actually totally forgot it even carried on, though. Just never got round to the rest of it. Okay, comic books now. Let's move this up here so I can do this without anything falling off. All right, so I'll do my best here to get through these. It's not a huge amount this week. I think there's potentially a slight issue with some people who may have ordered some of the variants on League of Comic Geeks, which is totally cool. Love the fact they're doing it. It's actually like really cool for us because there's usually people don't even know like all the variants that are out there. But whereas DC has like usually 2 grades of variants, they've got the regular, which you can order as many as the actual regular cover, like cover B, shall we say. But then the cover C, you have to order 25 of the mixture of A and B to get access to it. Marvel has usually, excuse me, a little bit further, usually has a lot more different variants. There's usually one that you can kind of get, which is going to be okay. But then there's other ones where it'll be you have to order X number, or sometimes it's you have to exceed a previous order of a previous title by 25% to have access to it. And some of them are really pain in the ass, kind of like, I'd love to say we can get them, but we can't, just because weirdly we only ordered 2 copies of Atlantis Attacks, which is nothing to do with what we're ordering now. So if you have ordered a variant and it doesn't turn up, I do apologize. We have put the order in, but the prerequisites you need sometimes are just not great for a small store like ours. I wish we were this huge, amazing store that I could, like, you know, order 50 of every single thing and be fine. But we generally keep it to what people tell us they want, because that way everyone's just happier. But yeah, it does mean occasionally miss out on variants, so I do apologize. Anyway, enough of the bad stuff. Let's look at the good stuff. We have, I've got enough copies of that. Yeah, every copy we're going to need of Alien issue 2. Yay! I did review issue 1. It did a lot of things really, really well, but I hate to say it, that artist cannot draw human faces very well. Amazing Spider-Man back down to regular price now after last issue's weird jump up to $5. One of the things we are missing today, we literally have 1 copy of Avengers instead of the 4 we ordered. Batman the Detective, one of those has already been claimed. That's a spare, I think. Actually, no, I'm not going to say spare. I need to go through my spreadsheet and actually check see if anyone else is missing it before I get too excited. Batman Fortnite 0 Point, issue 1, 3 regulars and a variant. The person who ordered this I think put down for every variant, but we could only get the regular, the A and 1 of the B. But they are all spoken for. I may regret that. I may have people come and say, oh my god, I really wanted that Batman Fortnite. I think, how come you didn't order more of it? Well, the truth of the matter is because literally only one guy said he wanted it, and we have put stuff about it in the past, so we'll have to just hope that it's not suddenly amazingly popular. The Bequest, issue 2. Issue 1 was a lot of fun, I've got to admit. Definitely going to give that one. Yes, that is correct. I think every single one of them has a unique code. That's why the gentleman involved has ordered as many as he has, because he's gotten the variant for himself, and then 3 of the other ones, 1 for each of his kids. So each of his kids get the code. What a good father. Marvel Knight, Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, issue 2. Had lots of good things about Spurious issue 1 on that one. Speaking of Spurious, pay attention at the end. We've got some more stuff for his fans. Blade Runner Origins, issue 3. Captain Marvel, Sorceress Supreme. That is a bitchin' cover as well. Really, I probably shouldn't say that word. I tried to use it. I know some feedback for something I bought on eBay, and apparently that's offensive. But I think it is a very cool cover. Speaking of cool covers, Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. I actually found myself like enjoying the first issue of the Wolverine one, but never carried on with it. But the Carnage one, not so much. Issue 1, I think, had Al Ewing or somebody like reasonably famous or popular in this store doing it. So issue 1's got a load of orders. I've now got like extras on number 2 because I foolishly just carried on ordering. But I know the cover, and not only has it got Donny Cates, but Chip Zdarsky and Ram V. So that's, 2 of those creators I really like. The crappy M cover looks like one Greg Land would have done some years ago. Back and utterly ruined. Well, let's not be too hard on him. Catwoman, speaking of Ram V, he's getting over at the moment. Some Champions next, the end of Outlaw, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm going to give this one a go and see how if it carries on calling it, carry on with my list. This might be the last one I get of these, simply because I've been picking up quite a few more comics than I really should at the moment. Is that Kohakuru or Kojakaru? I'm not entirely sure how the pronunciation of that one will go, but he does some skinning. There's another one of the Mike Mignola ones, which is always popular for us. Eternals, one for me. Damn you, Kieran Gillen, the amount of things that I wouldn't get unless your name was on it, and that's another one. Something we totally didn't order, and usually when this happens, it's because we're missing something. I have no idea what we're missing. I've gone through the invoice. I mean, yes, the Avengers thing, but replacing 3 issues of Avengers with one of Ever After, that doesn't seem, especially because it's such an old one. No idea how that ended up in there. Fireflies, brand new verse, issue 2. Never got around to reading issue 1 of that one. I've been enjoying the base series, but the spin-off thing, just, I don't know. That looks kind of a cool, almost classic cover there of the Flash, with the rather weird variant. Next up is an issue 1 which I ordered, and I'm not going to lie simply because of the name. I'm going to give it a read and review later on, maybe even today. But The Girls of Dimension 13. I honestly don't even know what this comic book is about, but The Girls of Dimension 13 just sounds fun. Oh yes. Haha, in fact, I was going to say. That's the regular cover with the variant there for me as well. I've been thoroughly enjoying those ones. Not quite the same thing as his Ice Cream Man, but there's obviously enough shared DNA there that if you're a fan of one, you're probably going to like the other. I Walk with Monsters, issue 5, which has been brilliant. Still need to get hold of an issue 1. Jim Henson's The Storyteller Tale 2 of 4 Tricksters. Wow, that's a title. That's also, is that Momoka? It looks like Pete Momoka. No, I don't think it is. Just similar style. But I do like the look of that one. Justice League, bit of is that Black Adam there? Yeah, they're going to push him quite a little bit at the moment. Now we know that the movie's definitely on the way. Lady Baltimore, The Witch Queens. Yes, some more Mike Mignola. Same guy who gets a lot of Mike Mignola. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr. Another one by Ram V. This was supposed to arrive last week. Maybe the week before, actually. I can't quite remember. I do like the art on that cover. If that's the same inside, I might give that one a read myself. But yeah, Ram V at the moment is just great. Marvel Action Chillers, issue 3. How cool is that cover? A little launch from Marvel here by Jason Aaron. Mighty Valkyries. The Valkyries thing did quite well for King in Black. Maybe there's a bit of a spin-off from that, but it's Jason Aaron, so it's still going to be cool regardless. Monstrous, which still keeps getting brilliant reviews, but I've still never read it. There's a yes heart there. Is that Mighty Valkyries? Probably. Murder Hobo. I've still been enjoying these ones. They are absolutely vile, putrid, and incredibly funny. What I like about this one is, don't know if you'll be able to see, but yeah, that's a matte cover rather than gloss, and the feel of it is really quite nice too. We've still got like issues 1, well, I say 1 and 2, they're all issue 1s, but we've still got them if people want to catch up on them. They are quite excellent. Another My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, with some weird cat thing on it. Marvel. Yes, Marvel Chillers. Yes. Nightwing. That is a very cool classic style cover of Nightwing there. The sit in the background, flying through the air, and look who that is. Interesting. The Nightwing fans are going to enjoy that one, I think. Orcs issue 3 by Larson. Still got issues 1 and 2 with that one as well. Wasn't as enamored with that one. I kind of just read it casually instead of doing a review though. One for me. Orphan and the Five Beasts by James Stokoe, which is brilliant. One of the best looking comic books I've been reading at the moment. Post Americana, cannot wait for this to come out in trade. On issue 5 of this, I think there's maybe one more. If you're a fan of Fallout at all, you really should be picking it up. It's brilliant. Sword. I don't know why, there's something about these covers. I think it's the kind of like old school style of it. It feels like John Carter, Warlord of Mars. I don't know if that's just me, but I do like it. It's simplistic but fun. Next up, a little bit of Spider-Woman, classic costume, new villains. Great jumping on point, apparently. Although, you know, if you want to jump on, you need to let us know, because all three of those are already spoken for. Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Gift Facsimile Edition. Pexel bikinis, yeah. This is written by the guy who plays Q, and it came out a while ago, but they've reprinted it. I think maybe it was one that Marvel did originally, but they've got the rights for it now. Star Wars Bounty Hunters, that was a back order where we were just one shy, but a bit more Star Wars, a brand new one for everyone. Afro. If Afra and Sana fall, the galaxy falls with them. Apparently, it's very important. Superman, red and blue. Issue 1 was very cool looking. This is a back order, I think. Yeah, Swamp Thing issue 2. And another back issue, Thor 14. This is one of the situations where we're still finding every once in a while, just because of still issues with global supply chains. 2 issues of Asagi Yojimbo, both arrived at the same time. And they shouldn't do. They should arrive quite differently. Vengeance of Vampirella and Vietnam Horror number 2. There's now an extra little stack, which I didn't quite want to stick into the same box, but didn't deserve their own box. And I did say, fans of Simon Spurrier should stick around, because you have Way of X with Mr. Nightcrawler on the front there. It could be an interesting one. I do like the look of the cover, actually. It's very, very cool, very bold. And one of the variants we did manage to get for that one, the Scotty Young variant. Yay! Nice little bit of bamfing going on there, because we all like a good bamf. Another way to do so, they're all stay in the same order. Women of Marvel next. The regular cover there. Sorry to get my hand out of the way. I feel kind of weird that they've left Elektra in the Elektra costume there. She's currently just kicking ass at as Daredevil. I just twigged it. I was one affected by variants. The Spider-Woman cover I wanted to be 125. Yes, that is just one of those situations. If you see a 125, it's very, very rare we'll be able to get it. And unless you're willing to pay for the extra, in Spider's case, 22 copies of the comic book we'd need, and the cost to us is about £2.20. So yeah, do the maths on that one, and you'll see why we don't just order it for the sake of it. And something tells me you won't want to pay that much for a variant cover. If you do want the 125s, to be honest, the best thing to do is look on eBay for them, because there's a bunch of stores which, like, especially eBay only, which will order like 50, 100 of each thing. So they'll get some 125s and just stick them on for like £10, £15. I mean, yeah, it's still way more that you're actually going to want to pay for it, but you've got a chance of getting some cool without going crazy money on that. But Women of Marvel, there is a variant. I'm not sure I ordered this one, but I do like it. It looks very, very cool. Make sure the right order. X-Force next. Do like that one, that minimalist, and then really over the top thing there. And there's like monstrous nightmare versions of the characters. Do look very, very cool indeed. And finally, one that got delayed a week. We actually thought we'd missed out on it. It wasn't. Thought it was a UK issue. It wasn't. It just got delayed a week. Unfortunately, the very black cover means anytime it's been handled, it looks a little bit manky. I've got 2 of them and only one at the back, so the one at the back is being ordered for somebody, so it's going to be in better condition. But Damien Connolly's You Promised Me Darkness. I have been thoroughly enjoying what Behemoth have been putting out at the moment. Oh, it's more black and white. Very, very bold, really cool monsters and cats and talking cats. Wow, there's a lot going on in this one. Definitely going to be giving that a look later on. Right, I think that's everything. Yes, I'll see if I can throw a review together today. I've got to go and do some posting and stuff like that, and then I've got the door open for most of the day. If you're in town and wandering around, just come and say hi. But please remember, all the stuff that I've gone through today, unless it's specifically a back order, isn't for sale until tomorrow. Totally cool with people wandering in, but we kind of got to get used to the idea that yes, usually I'll send out invoices for comic books and post them until the Wednesday. It's the same when you actually come in the store. I can't sell them until the Wednesday. That's why the date for this video is for tomorrow, even though it's today. Yeah, that's everything. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Bye.